Hey everybody, we are back today with our Haiboxing 18th scale monster truck. We have had yet another viewer request on this truck. Previous request was all around how do we replace the servo, and so I can provide a link up in the top to that if you are curious, if you have an issue and you need to replace the servo. Today it is all about the gearing right here off the motor. So off the motor you have a pinion gear, you have a spur gear, and then some gears that come out and help drive the front drive shaft and the rear differential. We're going to take this thing apart, show you how to get at those gears, what they look like, what you need to do to put them back together, and get your truck up and running. Now, as you start a job like this, as silly as it may sound, get your manual out. Now, this manual that comes with them has lots of course information about how to drive the vehicle and maintenance and care, but when you get back here to the end after the multiple languages, you will see exploded parts diagrams. So that'll tell you this is actually the spur gear and drive pinions that we're going after today, but it'll also give you some like this upper deck that we're gonna have to take out. It gives you the part number and lets you see them. Furthermore, Haiboxing is also already included in here some exploded diagrams. These are key because when you see these, it'll tell you and give you a hint as to what you can do. We're trying to get to this gear in here, and it clearly shows you that we're going to have to take this part off. You can see 2 screws here, you can see 5 screws here, but then you can also tell there's some screws here, some screws here. It gives you an idea of what we're going to have to take off the vehicle in order to get to that gear. Alright, we now have this gear assembly off. So this is probably what, if you're watching this video, you've probably stripped either this main spur gear, this input gear, or there's something similar all the way on the other side of the chassis. In order to replace this now, you have to get this new bearing, you have to transfer that all over to the new vehicle. Okay, this is actually rather simple. All you gotta do is pull it. That comes out. You can then swap the bearing over to your new gear. Put all this back together, slide it all back in the vehicle. Pretty much simple as that. So obviously installation is going to be completely the opposite of how we took it apart. I'm going to go back through there. You'll only talk to me again if I see something that you need to know as we put it back together. As you put this differential back in here, make sure the gearing is on the right hand side of the vehicle. That way when the front tires spin forward, the rear tires spin forward also. It looks like you can physically put it in backwards, which means the front and rears will be fighting each other. You don't want that. Alright, and just like that, we are running. So I hope this video was useful for you. You know, if you need any other help with this vehicle, feel free to reach out. This is already the second one of these that we've done. So come over here in the meantime, check out some of the other videos that we have going on, other Haiboxing, other fun stuff that we're doing. Thank you very much for your time. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.